Title: Chapter 1: The Book, the Legacy, and the Attack. This story begins in a world consumed by chaos. Tribes were constantly at war. Every land fought for power and control. Trust no longer existed, and peace felt like a forgotten dream. In the middle of this broken world, a young boy was growing up with a different mindset. His name was Naykscraft. Unlike others, he was tired of the endless fighting. Deep in his heart, he wanted something different. He wanted change. In this world, there was an ancient legend, a story about a magical pickaxe, a weapon with unimaginable power. Its name was Priority, a pickaxe said to be able to change the fate of the entire world. One normal day, while Naykscraft was working in the fields, he discovered something unusual buried in the dirt. It was an old book, covered in dust and time. He picked it up, cleaned it carefully, and stared at it with curiosity. Naykscraft lived only with his grandfather, an old man who had seen too many wars. Excited, he showed him the book. "Grandfather, look what I found." The old man looked at it and sighed. "I know that story," he said, "but I never told you because I thought it was just a legend. I stopped believing in those things a long time ago." Still, Naykscraft decided to read it. But when he opened the first page, it was blank. No words, no story. Disappointed, he closed the book. His hope faded instantly. But then, something strange happened. A strong wind entered the house. The pages began flipping rapidly as if an invisible force was controlling them. Golden letters slowly started appearing on the empty pages. The book was awakening. Naykscraft stepped closer. What he read shocked him. It told the story of Priority, the indestructible pickaxe, and it revealed something even more powerful. One day, a chosen one would rise, and with the power of Priority, he would end the war. At that moment, something changed inside Naykscraft, and that was the beginning of his journey. Days passed. Everything seemed normal, until one day, while working in the mountains, his grandfather suddenly collapsed. "Grandfather!" Naykscraft ran to him and held him in his arms. When he looked into his eyes, he understood. This was his final moment. With a weak voice, the old man spoke. "Follow your dreams and never give up, even when things get hard." Then he handed him his pickaxe. "I want you to have this." Naykscraft took it, not knowing that this pickaxe held a hidden story. That was the last moment of his grandfather. Days later, the funeral took place. At first, only a few people arrived, but more and more people kept coming, far more than Naykscraft expected. It was clear his grandfather had been someone important. In one of the kingdoms, a king received news about the death of a hidden warrior, a legendary fighter who had disappeared years ago. The king immediately called his closest general. "Go," he ordered. "Find out everything about him." The general traveled to the village. From a distance, he saw Naykscraft standing near the coffin. He froze. The resemblance was undeniable. He waited until everyone left, then he approached slowly. He dropped a golden chain with a symbol in front of Naykscraft. The boy looked at it in shock. "My grandfather told me only our family has this symbol." The man wore a white cape and had one eye covered with a bandage. His presence was powerful.
"I knew your grandfather," he said. "He was one of the greatest warriors during the War of the Four Kingdoms." Naykscraft held the book tightly. Then, the general said something that changed everything. "Everything in that book is true." Naykscraft asked how that could be possible. His grandfather had always been just a farmer. The general looked at him seriously. "You must come with me. The king wants to meet you." "Who are you?" asked Naykscraft. The man answered, "My name is Knockout." After a few days, at night, Naykscraft was sleeping in his house. Suddenly, he heard loud noises. Horses. When he looked out the window, his heart stopped. Skeleton riders. They started shooting flaming arrows. The house caught fire. From far away, Knockout saw the attack and rushed towards the house. A battle began. Knockout versus the 4 skeleton riders. Inside, Naykscraft hid. One skeleton entered. Its glowing eyes locked onto him. Naykscraft grabbed his grandfather's pickaxe. The skeleton fired an arrow. The arrow flew straight towards him, but hit the pickaxe. At that moment, something changed. The old, dirty tool revealed its true form. A golden pickaxe, with a symbol engraved on it. The same symbol as Knockout's. Naykscraft felt a strange power awaken inside him. He dodged attacks, then struck. With one powerful hit, he smashed the skeleton, sending it crashing through the burning wall. He escaped outside. Knockout saw him. They both mounted skeleton horses and escaped. Far from danger, Naykscraft asked, "Who were they?" "They belong to the Dark Kingdom," he replied. "They are also searching for the legendary warrior." Then he explained something shocking. Since Naykscraft found the book, something changed in all 4 kingdoms. The legend had awakened. "The Chosen One," Knockout said, "is the only one who can wear the legendary diamond armor and control priority. He will unite all 4 kingdoms." Naykscraft stayed silent. "This is why the king wants to meet you." The journey began. They would travel for 4 days. First, they needed horses from an allied village. Knockout warned him, "Nights will be dangerous." So he called trusted warriors. The first to arrive was Americ, a blonde, bearded young man, talkative and charismatic, dressed in white, highly skilled with a bow. "So, you're the legendary warrior," Americ said. "I expected someone older." "It was my grandfather," Naykscraft replied. Americ looked at the pickaxe. "That's a beautiful weapon." Suddenly, a fast movement in the trees. Attack. A warrior jumped in and clashed swords with Knockout. "You're getting slow," he said. His name was Four. Fast, silent, and highly skilled. He wore copper-colored armor. "I was sent by the king," Four said. "You need help." Knockout accepted. They continued the journey. As they approached the village, a female warrior appeared. She had light brown hair and wore pink crystal armor. She looked directly at Naykscraft. "The king will be pleased," she said, "to meet the chosen one of priority."